We have enemy ships in Sector 47!
It's a trap!
Admiral Akbar screamed into the void. But Return of the Jedi wasn't just a space opera conclusion. It was chaos masquerading as destiny. Epic lightsaber duels and redemptive father-son moments promised galactic salvation. But behind the Force lightning, production pandemonium was striking back. One expensive creature effect cost $50,000 and never made the final cut. A broken throne forced secret manual labor throughout filming. Sharp heels punctured expensive latex costumes, causing crew injuries. Lucas rejected his own director choices in shocking fashion. These are 15 weird facts about Return of the Jedi. But first, that costly tentacle disaster. Fact 1. The $50,000 Sarlacc tentacle that never made it.
He'll get no such pleasure from us! Right?
The Sarlacc pit had an expensive animatronic tentacle. The crew built it for $50,000. Director Richard Marquand approved the contraption. The tentacle was designed to grab victims. It would pull them into the pit. George Lucas arrived on set unexpectedly. He saw the expensive animatronic device. Lucas immediately rejected the tentacle completely. He wanted a simpler solution instead. The crew was devastated by the decision. Lucas chose cloth wrapped around ankles. Guards would be pulled off camera instead. The film ran in reverse afterward. This created the sucking effect cheaply. The expensive tentacle was completely wasted. $50,000 bought nothing useful. Lucas preferred practical filmmaking over gadgets. The simple solution worked better anyway. The Sarlacc looked more mysterious without tentacles. Fact 2. The search for a director.
A strike team will land on the moon and deactivate the shield generator.
George Lucas didn't want to direct again. He focused on story and screenplay instead. Howard Kazanjian joined as the new producer. Gary Kurtz didn't return as producer. He disliked the script's commercial direction. Lucas's first choice was Steven Spielberg. The Directors Guild blocked this collaboration. There was a conflict between Lucas and the Guild. David Lynch was considered next. Imagine a surreal Star Wars movie. Lynch turned it down completely. He simply wasn't interested in the project. David Cronenberg was another option. He chose Videodrome instead. Lucas finally selected Richard Marquand. The Welsh director had made only 3 films. One was a Beatles biopic called Birth of the Beatles. Marquand struggled with special effects work. Lucas frequently helped on set. He even did second unit directing work. Fact 3. Carrie Fisher's spike heel accident.
Many Bothans died to bring us this information.
Carrie Fisher accidentally injured a crew member. She was climbing over Jabba the Hutt. Fisher wore high heels during filming. One heel punctured the latex costume. The spike went straight through Jabba's skin. Mike Edmonds was operating Jabba's tail inside. Fisher's heel injured him during the scene. The puncture was completely accidental. Fisher didn't realize what happened immediately. Edmonds was hurt but continued working. The latex costume was expensive and delicate. Fisher's heels created unexpected dangers. The crew had to be careful around. Sharp objects and latex don't mix well. Edmonds recovered from the minor injury. The scene was completed successfully. Fisher felt terrible about the accident. The costume required immediate repairs afterward. Fact 4. Planet of the Wookies.
You take it easy, let's just figure out a way to get out of this thing.
Ewoks weren't Lucas's original plan. He first conceived primitive flying people, then he changed to a Wookiee planet. These would be like Chewbacca's species. Budget constraints forced another change. Giant Wookiees were too expensive to create. Shorter Ewoks became the solution. This worked better narratively too. Having Chewbacca might have been confusing. Some fans had bad memories. The Star Wars Holiday Special featured Wookiees poorly. Other ideas were scrapped completely. Yoda wasn't supposed to appear originally. Force ghosts would return to life. They'd join the Endor victory celebrations. The ending was more Western style initially. Luke would walk alone into distance. Lucas chose a happier ending instead. The trilogy needed upbeat conclusion. A tired, lone warrior didn't fit. Fact 5. Filming locations.
But he asked the impossible. I need more men.
Filming began in the 19th of January 82. Production lasted until May that year. Forest scenes needed specific locations. Lucas wanted nature versus technology themes. Each trilogy film had distinct landscapes. Star Wars had deserts. Empire had ice planets. Jedi featured green forests. Endor scenes were shot in California. Smith's River provided private land access. Grizzly Creek Redwood State Park was used. The production used a fake title. Blue Harvest, Horror Beyond Imagination, fooled everyone. This kept press and fans away. It prevented inflated service costs too. Tatooine scenes used Yuma Desert, California. Finding locations was challenging. Lucasfilm wasn't a union company. This created access problems. Interior sets were built at Elstree Studios. This matched the previous two films. England provided the studio facilities needed. Fact 6. Harrison Ford wasn't happy.
Somehow I got the feeling that didn't help us very much.
Ford wasn't contracted for more sequels. Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher were locked in. Ford had become a bigger star. Indiana Jones made him more valuable. Negotiations were necessary for his return. Ford agreed, but made demands. He wanted Han Solo killed off. This would happen during Imperial Base Raid. Solo would die in self-sacrifice. Ford thought this created better suspense. If Han could die, anyone could. Lucas refused this idea completely. Gary Kurtz revealed the reason. Dead heroes don't sell toys. Lucas wanted commercial success. Ford felt the character should. He got his wish decades later. Kenny Baker got food poisoning. He couldn't play Wicket the Ewok. Young Warwick Davis replaced him. This became Davis's first acting job. Alan Webb was cast as Emperor. Illness forced him to drop out. Ian McDiarmid gave the memorable performance instead. Fact 7. Deleted scenes.
It's your choice, but I warn you not to underestimate my power.
Several major scenes were cut. Vader telepathically contacts Luke in opening. Luke is meditating in Tatooine Cave. Vader tries encouraging darkside conversion. Luke looks incredibly badass in footage. We see Luke building new lightsaber. R2-D2 and C-3PO leave for Jabba's palace. A major sandstorm sequence was removed. This happened after Jabba's barge destruction. The scene showed great chemistry. Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford worked well. It was expensive to film. The sequence slowed, story pacing down. Extended Imperial base invasion scenes existed. Good stunt work was featured. The character shows moral conflict. He doesn't want to comply. This humanized him slightly. The subplot went nowhere, though. Light Bulb Man was crew placeholder. He'd be replaced with alien creature. Post-production never added the effect. Only photos remain of this mystery. Fact 8. Rare promotional film.
We also know that the weapon systems of this Death Star are not yet operational.
Return of the Ewok was filmed in 1982. This mockumentary followed Warwick Davis's casting. The 11-year-old got Wicket role. It showed behind-the-scenes footage. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford appeared. Carrie Fisher and David Prowse participated. The film calls it Revenge of the Jedi. The promotional film was never completed. It became legendary among fans. Bootleg recordings exist from rare screenings. These happened in 1990s England. Elstree Studios showed it occasionally. Star Wars Day celebrations featured it. Camcorder quality was very poor. No official release ever occurred. The film remains highly sought after. It continues as curious fandom anomaly. Fans desperately want to see it. The content would be fascinating. Behind-the-scenes footage is always valuable. Davis's story would be charming. The film stays in legendary status. Fact 9. Test screenings led to sound company creation.
No, you're coming with me. I'll not leave you here. I've got to save you.
Early test screenings horrified Lucas. The sound quality was terrible. John Williams' score couldn't be heard. Leia's theme disappeared completely. Sound effects were missing too. Musical cues were nowhere audible. Theater sound systems were inadequate. They made everything sound muffled. Movies couldn't be heard properly. This frustrated Lucas and Lucasfilm. Something had to change immediately. Lucas created THX Sound System. It was named after THX 1138. His first film provided the name. THX improved theater sound quality. Movies could be heard as intended. Later changes affected the film. 1997 special edition added new content. Jabba's palace got new musical number. The 90s style song felt out of place. CGI effects were added unnecessarily. The Sarlacc got a Beak edition. Yubnub was replaced with Victory Celebration. Sebastian Shaw's Force Ghost became Hayden Christensen. Vader screams, "No!" on Blu-ray. Fact 10. Biggest movie of 1983.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
Fans waited 3 painful years. Empire Strikes Back ended on cliffhanger. Everyone needed resolution desperately. Great anticipation built for conclusion. Devoted fans lined up early. Some waited 6 days for tickets. This demonstrated incredible fan devotion. Star Wars couples got married waiting. They wed in theater queues. This was romantically touching. The dedication was extraordinary. Theater lines were incredibly long. The film earned over $475 million. It easily became 1983's highest grossing movie. Competition included Superman 3 and Jaws 3D, 2 James Bond films films were released. Jedi beat them all decisively. Reviews were generally positive. Critics liked the satisfying conclusion. Time magazine praised it highly. They claimed it surpassed Empire. Variety criticized Mark Hamill's acting. They said he couldn't carry plot. The film won one Academy Award. 4 additional nominations were received. Later, fans considered it trilogy's weakest entry. Fact 11. The Emperor's broken chair.
I wonder if your feelings on this matter are clear, Lord Vader.
The Emperor's throne was mechanized to rotate dramatically. The mechanism was supposed to spin automatically. Unfortunately, it never worked properly. Ian McDiarmid had to make it move himself. He shuffled his feet secretly beneath the chair. A piece of tape marked the floor. This told McDiarmid when to stop rotating. The tape prevented him from spinning too far. The camera wouldn't catch the movement otherwise. McDiarmid had to time everything perfect. The broken chair created unexpected challenges. Every throne scene required careful choreography. McDiarmid's foot shuffling was never noticed. Audiences assumed the chair worked mechanically. The Emperor's dramatic turns were actually manual labor. McDiarmid's performance included secret physical comedy. His feet did all the work underneath. Fact 12. Change of lightsabers.
You need all the help you can get. She's the fastest ship in the fleet.
Luke's lightsaber was originally blue in the film. Early trailers show the blue version. All movie posters feature blue lightsabers. This wasn't a small detail mistake. It was actually a significant production change. The blue saber caused visibility problems. During Jabba's barge fight scene on Tatooine, the blue disappeared. It got lost against the desert scenery. The saber didn't stand out properly. Filmmakers needed better contrast for the action. They changed it to green instead. Green provided much better visibility. The change happened during post-production. Poster artwork wasn't updated in time. This created the promotional material anomaly. Japanese posters did correct the color later. Green lightsabers became common in Star Wars afterward. The change was purely practical, not creative. Fact 13. Jabba's cheese casserole sound effects. Jabba the Hutt's slithery movements needed authentic sounds. Sound designer Ben Burt created them unusually. He ran his hands through cheese casserole. The gooey texture created perfect slithering sounds. This became Jabba's signature audio effect. The Rancor monster had equally strange sounds. A dachshund created the creature's growls. The small dog provided menacing roars. Sound effects often come from unexpected sources. Burt was incredibly creative with household items. Vader's footsteps were recorded underground. The Golden Gate bridge tunnels provided echoes. This created the ominous marching effect. Speeder bike sounds mimicked Roadrunner cartoons. Burt tried matching classic animation exactly. Star Wars sounds came from everywhere. Ordinary objects became extraordinary audio effects. Fact 14. The sneaker spaceship Easter egg.
Well, how could they be jamming us if they don't know if we're coming?
The special effects crew included a sneaker. It appears as a spaceship during dogfights. The shoe flies among the starfighters. This wasn't the first time they did this. Previous Star Wars films had similar pranks. The sneaker blends into complex battle scenes. Most viewers never notice the shoe. It's hidden among legitimate spacecraft. The effects team enjoyed these jokes. They added humor to serious scenes. Finding the sneaker requires careful watching. It appears during intense space battles. The crew wanted to test observant fans. These Easter eggs became Star Wars traditions. Effects artists left secret signatures everywhere. The sneaker represents their playful spirit. Hidden objects appeared throughout the trilogy. Fans still hunt for these treasures today. Fact 15. Original title.
I tell you, this station will be operational as planned.
Return of the Jedi wasn't always called that. George Lucas originally titled it Revenge of the Jedi. He wanted a more exciting title with punch. Lawrence Kasdan thought the original title was weak. The word revenge sounded more intense and proactive. However, Lucas realized this late in production. Revenge goes against the Jedi code. Jedi don't seek revenge. Luke wasn't seeking revenge in the film. He was trying to redeem his father instead. This was more about salvation than vengeance. The title change happened very late. Drew Struzan's teaser poster already said Revenge. Early trailers used the wrong title. Toys were manufactured with Revenge branding. Die-hard fans watching development were confused. The sudden title change surprised everyone right before release.